weekend. Like, even though it's not really, really early, it's still...
And we usually wake up way before this anyway, so...
I don't know why it feels that way. It feels really early. But welcome, and I'll try to see if I can see some of you to say hi. MJ, good morning. Hi. Did Persida? Persida. I'm never going to get it right. Good morning. And it just moved, so... let me see. I don't know how to work technology.
You don't.
Good morning, Cheryl Jackson. I'm sure I missed a lot of you, and I apologize, but good morning to all of you. We have a few things to chat about. First of all, we have...
If you hate wearing bras...
Oh, you forgot to mute.
I forget.
First of all, we have updates on when the smaller slide lock will be available, and so that is the 14-inch size, and that is when?
Yeah, so the final part that I need is being delivered Monday, so that means not today, but next Saturday, the 14-inch will go on sale, probably shortly after the live. For all those who are here, I can at least show you this. This is the handle for the 14-inch.
It's so cute.
As compared to the... Here, I'll put them on top of each other. So those are the two handles. This is for the 14-inch. Obviously, the bottom one is for the 24-inch. So the handles are all done, and I have the hardware. I'm just waiting on one piece, and then we can put them together, and they will be for sale. Put them right there. No one can see it anyway.
Yeah, I think it has to be like right on the edge, so you know I'll knock that off.
So that should be available starting Saturday next week, so a week from today.
Yeah, so we're excited about that. We're really happy to finally have it in, and like we said, we are going to have a giveaway for one of those in this live, so you have to be present when the name is drawn so that we can make sure that you know that you won, so that you can send us over your info so we can get it out to you when it's available. So if you want to enter to win the 14-inch, which I'm sure you do, you can put ! slide lock in the chat, and then it should enter you. It should. I'm not great at technology. I set it up myself, so hopefully it works. But he was busy this morning, so I couldn't hijack him to do that part for me.
Yeah, I had some... So I guess I need to be careful about what I say, mostly just because I'm an attorney and I try to be careful about everything. Late last night, we got an email from a viewer who lives somewhere other than Texas, and she said that she was in a quilt shop in her area, which is an area that we don't sell the quilt lock in stores. Happy to do so, but we don't yet. And she sent us some pictures of what appears to be a knockoff slide lock. And again, I don't have one in my hand, so I can't look at it, but knowing exactly what the patent covers and looking at this device, it appears to be directly infringing on the patent. So late last night, I had to send some emails to some shops in that area of the country that were selling this and let them know that they can't sell it because it infringes on the patent. Not to mention, it was exponentially more expensive than what we sell it for. So I don't know why anyone would have bought it. So I'm working through that because we obviously... I don't have a problem if someone makes something better. That's fine. The problem is that we paid for a patent and we want to enforce our rights to use it. Otherwise, it would have been a silly purchase. So... to the extent that any of you are somewhere in a country... So right now, the only places we sell in stores are in Texas. And there is a large national retailer who is in the process of placing an order, so it'll be available through them at some point, probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I can't say who it is at this point, but if I told you who it was, you would absolutely know who it is right away. So if you don't see it from a large national retailer in 2 to 3 weeks, or you see it somewhere outside of Texas, it probably is not authorized. So, I can't tell you not to buy it, but I would be careful because it didn't come from us. And if you do see that, please let us know, because we would love to be able to get people the real product that is safe and is not going to cause us any issues, because obviously this customer or this viewer could have been confused that it was not actually our product, and that's actually why she emailed us. So we don't want anyone to be confused. We don't want anyone that is selling products that are not ours but claiming to be something similar to ours, and then have people get mad at us if those don't work properly. So I guess that's all I have to say about that. But if you do see anything out there that appears to be ours but isn't in Texas, please let us know. And be careful if you do buy one, just because I obviously can't vouch for any other product that we did not personally make ourselves. I could go into legal discussions all day long. I have some very interesting thoughts on some legal issues, completely apolitical, but just how the law works and why it doesn't work 95% of the time. But I don't want to bore you all with legal discourse, because once I start going, I don't stop. So I'm going to stop now, though, because I feel like it's an inappropriate thing for a Saturday morning chat, especially when we have so many other fun things to talk about. Where do you want to go next, babe?
Well, this thing isn't working, so I'm trying to figure it out. But
so
do you want to show
Yes.
the things
So,
that we get?
I think someone requested this, or maybe you mentioned it and said we do. So we bought a bunch of rotary cutters that we're both going to try them, but myself as a newbie may make a lot of sense to do, to see if I can figure out which one. So that video should probably come up sometime this week or maybe next weekend, depending on how much time we have. But we have this Olfa, it's supposed to be an ergonomic cutter. It's a 45 millimeter, and I got this Fisker, which is also supposed to be ergonomic, and it's a 60 millimeter. And we have the Martelli rotary cutter, which, by the way, looks like something out of like a weird sci-fi movie. So I'm not sure how this works. I will tell you, my initial impression is I'm going to cut my hand off using this, because it looks so weird. Now, maybe it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, or I guess sliced fabric. But we'll see. So we got that one, and this one is a 60 millimeter. And we have the Creative Grids rotary cutter, which I think several of you had recommended. So we'll try this. This is a 45 millimeter. And then we have my wife's regular one, which will...
It's buried.
There we go.
So that one, and then
this is a regular 45 by Olfa.
like the old Fiskers.
And an old Fisker. That's enough. We don't need to do like 400 of
Well,
these.
this one, because we bought new blades for it.
And an Olfa 60. So we'll have a bunch to try, and I'll let you know what my thoughts are. I will tell you, just, I may eat this later, but this looks to be this Fisker 60 millimeter with the cool little handle thing. If I had to guess, this will probably be my favorite, just based on looks, because it looks very comfortable. Maybe it's the worst. But we will do a video on that to see how they work. And yes, I have a feeling this is either going to be like great or it's going to be horrible, the Martelli cutter, because it just looks so weird. And I'm not sure how I feel about it right now. But I'm going to try them all out and let you know. In addition to that, I am going to, and I don't know when, so please don't hold me to it. I am going to be making some bowl cozies as my first quilt project. So I went to the store and bought some fabric because I wanted fabric that I liked. And this is what I got. I don't know if it's easily viewable, hopefully. But it's black on one side, and then I don't think you can see it all that well. Here, let me change cameras real quick. There we go. That is the other
really pretty
fabric. So it's got some reds and light grays and some blacks in there as well. So that's what my bowl cozies will be made out of. And I look forward to making that at some point. So let's see. That was a lot of talking. Yes, Laura, the exclamation point slide lock is a drawing for a free 14-inch. They will be released on Saturday. So
it isn't working. Like, it's not entering people. So
okay,
I'm just gonna set up a Google form that people can enter, and I'll just put a random number. Pick a random number, I guess. I don't know, because it's not capturing the people who entered for some reason. I don't know.
Interesting. I don't know why.
I don't, because it's me. Because it's me and technology.
So I'm just trying to catch up on chat to make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see. I'm not a fan of the base. First time here, like your channel. Well, thank you, Robin. Welcome to the channel for the first time. We appreciate it. So, Lindsay, you say that the Fisker blades wear out very quickly. I don't know how much of a problem that is on my end. Simply, so I usually am the type of person that will buy something and figure out how to make it better. So almost all the time, like golf is a great example. I'll buy golf clubs and then I will take them apart and then fix them because a lot of times they're not built great. Add more weight, grind something down, change the grips to make the handle weight different. So when it comes to things like this, I will probably figure out which blade I like best and just use that without regard to what this comes with. Maybe this is the best blade ever, I don't know. But I will find blades that I like, and if that happens to be the one, that's what it'll go. What I'll do. Awesome, Sheila. I love bowl cozies, which is why I'm going to make some, because usually for lunch, I make it's hard to explain, but it's like ratatouille with shrimp in it. And so I use it in a bowl, and I like to saute my vegetables in shrimp very hot. So without a bowl cozy, my hands get burnt all the time, and so does my desk in my office because it's wood. So bowl cozies save me from that.
All right, so I see the entries going in on the Google form. If the Google form here in the chat, so we can near the end of the video, I'll draw a random number in a generator because it lists them number wise for me in the Google form, and whatever number's drawn, that will be who wins. Sorry, the Nightbot thing would have been much easier, but I couldn't get it to work, so not surprising, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Technology.
anyway, we made it work so that we can still do this, and I see them all coming in, so it looks like it's working on your end. Like I said, if it leaves the chat area, it is in the description of the video too, so you can still enter your name there.
Oh, so you put it in the... Oh, yeah. You did.
Yeah,
Google
so
Form. Nice.
There we go. We got that figured out. You already talked about everything, so I don't know what else. I do want to say that tonight I'll be live again on Becca's channel. So Becca, along with Chris O'Neill from Sew the Distance, we are doing a fun collab, and we are each going to be making a quilt using only things that we have already in our stash. So it should be a lot of fun. It sounds like doing a different design. I don't know what each of them are like specifically doing. We just gave a little bit of info so that, it's all going to be something different. But it's always fun on Becca's channel over there live. So that is at 6 p.m. Central for me, and I have no idea what that is in different time zones. But her video is already up where you can click the notify me, and it'll tell you what time it is in your time zone.
Yeah, and it's good because my daughter's restless, I feel. Like
Yeah.
We literally travel all the time for soccer, and I am tired just looking at the schedule we have to keep for her. But she seems to be endless ball of energy. So she's out at the beach with her friend for, 4 or 5 days. So she's not home. So the fact that my wife is going to be live tonight means that my son and I get to go have boys' night, and we're going to go out and have dinner. So that'll be fun for us.
Yeah.
I don't know where, because I told him we can go anywhere. So I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. He's kind of like, he is more like me and you, where he likes to be home. Like,
Yeah.
if we're going to go somewhere, he needs like advance notice, so that he can kind of get his mind right for going out somewhere.
Yeah, he's not someone you can surprise at the last moment and be like, hey, let's go somewhere. He needs to prepare.
Yeah, it's funny how different they are. Like, you feel like you raise them the same, but they turn out it's so strange how different they are. Like, she has to be doing something, going somewhere. If we don't have plans for a day, like, she is up here, like, is there anywhere we can go? What can we do? And I'm like, you were literally gone for 4 days straight doing stuff. Let's just calm down.
Sheila, am I pronouncing your name right? And I mean, So Yarn Arm. I think it's Sheila.
Oh, that's she was in Sean's chat this morning, and they were talking about that too, how to pronounce it.
Oh, I missed that. I had the volume on low because I was trying to program something, and I guess I missed it. Lori wants you to put a link for the chat tonight.
Okay. Let me find that.
But Sheila likes your DIY starch recipe.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I love when I when I make it, I love using it. But once I use it up, I'm like, oh, I have to make it again. But it works really well. I love that. And it's so cheap. It's much cheaper than like Best Press or any of those.
So the other thing I didn't mention, so the 14-inch, and here's the handle again for anyone that missed it, as compared to the large handle. You can see the size difference there. These will be for sale starting Saturday after the live next week, because I need one more part to make it, but I have a delivery date of Monday for that. So these will be on sale Saturday, 14-inch, 24-inch. And the trim locks will also be available for sale next Saturday. We've got one up here. This is one of the prototypes, but the other ones will be available. And it's a set of 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 inches. You get all three. So those will also be available next Saturday.
Hi, Crystal Heart. I just saw that you're in here. I love your channel. They were just talking about you too on Sean's live this morning, because you are a new ambassador for Cotton Cuts for the Puzzle Mystery Quilts. So they were talking about the colorway you were doing and everything, and everyone was talking about how much they love you and your channel. So there you go if you missed it.
Yeah, so we talked about the cutters.
I'm really excited about these. I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with all these after. I'm not going to need this many rotary cutters.
I don't know. We can donate them to that one place, that girl's house.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, I want to do something
Carriage
for that place
house
too.
or something like that.
I'll have to look it up because it's not going to come to my head now.
Yeah, we have to figure out. Right. So we talked about that. We talked about the fabric. Talked about the slide lock and the trim lock. Talked about the weird patent infringement possibility thing.
That was interesting last night, and yeah. I do have I think it's going to be a fun video, but I've been putting together segments of the slide lock coming together, and now we might have to rethink that since all that, but I thought it would be really fun just to show a quick video, like a behind the scenes of like us building it. It is just small little snippets and not all the parts, so I think it should be okay, but I'll have you look at it after I finish putting it together. But I really think it would be fun seeing all the different steps kind of in the work that goes into putting one of these together, because it is a lot of steps.
It is a lot of steps. Yeah, our initial thought was it would be kind of fun to make a little video, but now that it seems that there may be other products that are trying to be the slide lock that are being sold in the market without our permission, I'm not sure it makes a whole lot of sense to put a video out there that shows how to make them. We could do it. It's totally legal for us too, but it'll just make it easier for someone else to infringe, and I don't want that.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think it would be really fun to show. So hopefully I can get it cut down to where it's just like you kind of get an idea, but not all of the details. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. There wasn't really a whole bunch going on this week simply because we were
busy. Very busy. Yeah, because we had, like you had kind of mentioned that there's a big store that reached out. So we've been trying to get the ins and outs of that figured out. We're really excited about it. Hopefully we can talk about that next week or something. It would be fun. But yeah, so anyway, I thought I would do, just in case some new people hopped on, a quick demo of how the slide lock works. And we can kind of talk about some of the reasons why we love it. And also, I wanted to grab some of the kind of reviews, because some of the things on the reviews that we've been getting are kind of things that I didn't think about or that I haven't pointed out enough. So I want to do a video showing some of those, and I am going to have a full demo video when we get the 14-inch coming up too, because I know a lot of the demos of the slide lock are tucked into longer lives or longer videos. So that is something I need to work on too. A lot of things I need to work on. Let me flip the camera over. Oh, we have such a mess here with all the, but now you can see all the rotary cutters we're going to try out soon. So for the slide lock, because of how it's constructed and the bumpers are up above the holes, you can slide it around easily on your fabric to get it lined up. But when you get it lined up with where you want to cut, like if I square up the edge of this fabric, once you get it lined up, you just press down and it doesn't take a lot of pressure at all. If any of you in the chat have grabbed one, I'm sure you could say like it doesn't take a lot at all to press it down. So I think it really takes a lot of stress off of your hand. And then you just will cut along here, and because you're holding it down, when you press, it doesn't slide. So slides when you're not pressing, but when you press, it does not slide. So there is a this is a 1/4 inch, right?
Yep.
Thick acrylic. Let me close that. I hate when I see that I left it open, but I was going to use it again. It's a 1/4 inch thick acrylic, so it's a lot thicker than some of your other, acrylic rulers on the market. So you're a lot less likely to go up the edge with your blade, but because your hand's up out of the way too, a lot less likely to cut yourself. Another feature is because when you press down here, it kind of distributes the weight all the way across here. You don't have to travel your hand up the ruler to hold it in place. You can just hold in the middle and it keeps it locked in place for you.
It's so easy, even someone who doesn't know what they're doing can make it.
That was a fun demo.
It was horrible.
So now let me show you. You could use your lines on your mat to cut, but could you grab one of the rulers over there for me?
Yeah.
I was not prepared.
Here, I'm just gonna give you this one because there you go.
Thank you. So you could use your mat if you want to. I like just grabbing one of my other rulers, like say I want to cut binding strips. So I'd line it up at the 2.5 is what I usually like my binding to be cut at, and then just slide the slide lock up against there. And then, so that got, where'd you put my cutter? You moved them.
You got so many cutters now. I don't know where they are.
And then you just press back down and cut. So it's really easy to use. If you're not used to using 2 rulers, that might be something that is a little harder to get used to. But if you already use your mat or something like that, that would be easy. But I think it really has, once I got used to using the 2 rulers, I think it goes a lot faster for me. But it just be like what you're used to. But I really love it. It has helped me, especially with cutting these long strips. And I'm excited for the 14-inch to subcut my strips down.
And one of the cool things is we have only cut up to 8 layers of fabric. I know I've heard from people who've done 10 and 12 layers of fabric without any movement. So if you're cutting a lot of fabric and you want to do it all at once, we can attest that you can do 8. Mm-hmm. But like I said, other people have said they've done 10 and 12. We just have never tried that because I don't think you've ever had anything that required, at least recently.
No, I do want to get, there's some patterns out there where you cut down like a lot of fabric, like say fat quarter patterns where you cut down a lot at once. And I would definitely want to try that. But what was suggested to me is because I have this, like the smaller rotary cutters, what I normally use, to use one of the 60 millimeters. So that is why I grabbed one of those for our rotary cutter tryout. I had this one, this Alpha one. I just don't like the way this one feels, like the straight handle like this. This one's been better for me because it has a little bit of a curve and it's easier to grip, but I just never liked the feel of this one. That's why I'm putting it back in the mix. I bought some new blades for it. These are really dull, to see what my husband thinks because he has larger hands than me. So I think he might like this one, but I did not like it at all when I got it. So definitely you would want one of the like 60 millimeter blades if you're going to try to cut a lot more fabric with it. I know some fabric shops, and there was another review that talked about how much they can cut with this because it holds everything in place really well for cutting a lot of layers.
So Laura, the answer to your question is the 24-inch model, the one that my wife has right now, is the one that you would use to cut a bolt of fabric, like if you're going to do the entire length. The 14-inch, you could do it, but you'd probably have to fold the fabric. You wouldn't be able to.
Yeah,
you would fold the bolt, which isn't really a thing.
Well, you could cut off, like if you're wanting to use like a yard of it, you could cut that off and then fold it in half and cut. But yeah, that would probably work. But getting it off the bolt, you'd have to use something else. It wouldn't stretch all the way across. But I was thinking more like for the, if I was cutting the strip that I cut into like 2.5-inch squares or something, is when the 14-inch would come in handy because it'd be smaller. Like I obviously don't have the acrylic on it, it's just the handle, but that'd be where you'd take it and like subcut down would be really nice to have. So I need that finished pronto.
Yes.
So I can do all my cutting.
I'm on it. Peggy, the 14-inch will be available next Saturday. We'll probably have a Saturday morning live to demonstrate it, but it'll be available shortly thereafter. So probably around at 10 a.m. Central Saturday next week, which I guess is the 18th, 17th.
Let me pin that giveaway one more time.
Yeah, so there's a giveaway during this live, which will be shortly. My wife's going to post a link, but if you click on that link, we tried to use the Nightbot, but for some reason it wasn't working. So if you click the link for the Google form and you enter your name on there, then we will announce the winner shortly. We'll give people another few minutes, and then we will... Oh, and so the giveaway's for a free 14-inch slide lock. Sorry. Probably should say. You're getting an elephant. Congrats. Shipping's very expensive, but we'll get it to you. No, it's for a 14-inch slide lock.
So it won't ship out right away. When we get them in and get them built, we'll ship it then. All you need to enter is your name into the Google form. And what I'm going to do is have just a random generator pick a number, and then we'll announce winner. You'll need to be in the chat so that we can make sure we get you the email to email us your information to.
Yes. So couple questions I want to answer. So Janet, I don't know offhand what the shipping to the UK is, especially because I'm not sure which country you're in. But if you go on to our shop, and I believe there's a link in my wife's profile, you can put a slide lock in your cart, enter your address, and it'll tell you what it automatically, we don't set the shipping prices. It's based on whatever rates are available for international shipping services. So the rate will display there to tell you what the shipping cost is. If you want to buy it and have it sent to someone in the US that you're going to visit, like your daughter, we can do that too. We have a couple orders right now where people have purchased them and have asked us to hold off on sending them, either because they're on vacation or their daughter's on vacation, and they're sending it to their daughter. So we can work something out. It's really not a huge issue.
And if you are international and shop at a specific shop that you really like, you could always let them know about our slide lock and see if they might be interested. Sean, the guy who sews, does like his whole job is shipping international stuff. So he was talking to me about how like if we were able to get a pallet of them or something sent overseas, it would be a lot better price. So if they wanted to have them in their shop, that would probably be better for a lot of people overseas that, get it from a shop that's a little more local. Huh? No.
I'm just trying to find your book. Do you know where your book is?
No.
Is it downstairs?
Probably.
Okay. Can you go? I don't know where it is, but can you see? Because someone wants to know, and I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Sorry, my wife has to go grab something because only she knows where it is. Let's see.
I think it was just on a...
It was on a piece of paper. I thought it was in your little book because you had written everything down.
Yeah.
But I don't know where that book is.
I think it's in here.
Is it that one?
I think so.
No, it was white paper.
Oh.
It was like the one that you sometimes use for grocery. Sorry, everyone. This is what happens on a live. So Betty, I see that you did the exclamation slide lock. For some reason, Nightbot's not working, which is what the exclamation slide lock is for. So if you click on the Google Doc link that my wife put in the chat, that is how you will be able to get entered into the drawing for the free 14-inch slide lock, which, again, here's the handle for it. There's no plastic or acrylic on it because I'm still waiting on everything to put this together. But it will be available next Saturday, probably around 10 a.m. The other thing I wanted to ask everyone is, so we've got all of these rotary cutters to do a review and figure out which one we like best. I think it'll be kind of fun because I am new to quilting, so you'll get my perspective, someone who is not accustomed to cutting. Well, I cut a lot of things, just not with rotary cutters. And then you'll get my wife's opinion, who's much more seasoned and has been quilting for, 20 years, 25 years. But if you guys have any other ideas or thoughts of things that you would like reviewed or things that we can do a test, right, with rotary cutters. We can probably do one with other things as well. Just let us know, because I really enjoy the testing process, because one, I get to become more acquainted with whatever it is we're testing, but two, it also helps figure out, what works best and why it works best. And I love sharing information like that. So if you have any other ideas of things that you would like us to test, please let me know. I'm more than happy to do it. I'm going through the chat to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I apologize. I know you guys aren't here for me. My wife had to run downstairs to try to find something, and I am just the comic relief until she gets back.
I think it was just a loose paper. I can't find it. Okay. I think so.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to shut the door, so
our
dog's
dog's
coming up
coming
to
now.
say hi.
So, MJ, a rotary blade sharpener.
Hi.
I'm just trying to think. So I can tell you how I would sharpen a rotary blade. I think I'm just
They're
trying to.
on the market. I just don't.
Yeah, so the best way that I found to sharpen knives. So one of my passions is cooking, and I do a lot of stuff that involves a bunch of dicing and chopping. So I take immaculate care of my knives. So I love honing irons. It's not obviously going to work all that well for a rotary cutter because you'd have to hold the blade. And whetstone sanding is really good. But again, with a knife, you get to hold the handle, and so you can do that without worrying about cutting your hands off. You can use a grinding wheel, but again, let me think about that, MJ.
A lot of people I've heard that have tried them have not liked them. Oh, I need to make sure there's nothing on the floor that.
What are you? You just won't come and say hi. What's up, Pope? Oh yeah, they can kind of see you, Shads. You're a star. So let's see. Hold on, make sure. Mary B asks, "Will you be offering a set price when you have both sizes to sell?" So Mary B, if you want to buy a set, it will be so the regular slide lock is $70 or $69.99. The 14-inch will be $55 or $54.99. So if you were to buy them together, it'd be $124.98. If you buy them as a set, it'll be $110. If you have already purchased a 24-inch and you want the 14-inch, I will email you all a coupon code if you've purchased a 24-inch already. That will give you discounted shipping and a discounted price on the 14-inch, so that you basically get the same deal as someone who didn't already buy the 24-inch. Because we don't think it's fair to penalize someone for buying the 24-inch before the 14-inch was available. You guys should get the same discount. So I will probably send those out Friday night. So this coming Friday, because they'll go on sale Saturday. The coupon code won't work until the product is in the store, which should be sometime Saturday morning. So if you get an email from me because you've purchased a 24-inch, you'll get a coupon code that'll be good for, 2 weeks or something like that. I think through the July 4th weekend. That you can use to buy the 14-inch at the discounted price with discounted shipping, so that you're not at a disadvantage. Hey, Shadow, someone said you're gorgeous. Yeah, They're talking
That's
about
because
you.
he just got a haircut yesterday.
What are you doing?
You messed up my quilt.
So, yes, that is. So there is a discounted price, $110 for two, for the 24 and the 14. And you will get a coupon code if you've purchased the 24-inch that you can use to buy the 14-inch at a discounted rate.
Yep, so if in the description of this video, if you want to enter the giveaway for the 14-inch slide lock, be sure to put your name in that form, and we'll go ahead and draw that soon. I'll just give like a little more time for people to put that in, because I know if you're catching up, it was probably confusing because I said to do something else. That didn't work. I couldn't get it to work.
Look, we don't know what we're doing, right?
On the lives, I don't know. If I can edit it, I'm good. That works better for me.
Yeah. Okay, so I had asked while you were downstairs, I had asked for ideas of other things that we could do. So someone said ergonomic thread snippers to test. I didn't even know they made ergonomic thread.
I didn't
snippers.
either, so that's interesting.
Left-handed test also, because they do handle. So Peggy, I think all of these are ergonomic with the exception of the Martelli.
I think that's the whole point of this one.
What?
It's supposed to be an ergonomic design.
Or not ergonomic. Yeah, so it's right-hand use only, though.
I got you.
I meant ambidextrous. I may have said ergonomic. I meant ambidextrous. Oh, no, I guess these are all right-hand. Oh, no, because I can cut with left hand. So, Peggy, I will cut with both my hands. I'm ambidextrous, so I will cut both left-handed and right-handed and let you know if I see any differences in how they cut.
I know, like, some of them, like this one, I don't think they make these anymore, and this was one of my favorite. Like, you could put the blade on either side so that you could...
Oh, yeah.
So that you could switch it out. Like, some of the other ones, like the Ulfas, it's only on one side, but you may be able to make it work either way, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why this one always felt really nice in my hand, but I don't think they make this design anymore.
Yeah. So I will try them with both left hand and right hand, Peggy, and let you know if there's a difference.
If you can, because I think some of them you won't.
Yeah, this one looks like you can put the blade on the other side.
Oh, that's nice.
This one looks like you can't. I don't know. No. So this one, but I can do it like that, so it wouldn't matter.
But you won't be up against the acrylic then.
No, because if I do it right-handed, it's like that. If I do it left-handed, it's like that. So it'll still be the same.
I don't think so, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, so MJ, I did see that Martelli made a left-handed cutter. I just didn't think to buy one because my wife's right-handed, and I figured, and honestly, I'm not going to lie. This looks like it's going to be a useless heap of trash.
A lot of people love it.
I'm not trying to insult
You're going to get some people mad.
I may end up eating my words, and this may be the greatest thing I've ever had, but it just looks like a torture device. But maybe it's great. Like I will let you know. I'm very opinionated, and I generally don't hold my opinions back. So
yeah, he couldn't do unboxing videos. Oh, you did do one for me. You said that poor little duck purse looked like the color was like...
Oh, that was garbage. That was baby... Well, yeah. That was no good. The Air Ease pens. Someone wants to know about the Air Ease pens. I worry about using them because I don't trust it. It will truly disappear. Don't you have one, or do you have...
I have some. But yeah, that would be a good video to do too. But I think that Sean is mentioned that he's going to do a video like that.
Oh,
the guy who shows where he's going to go through different pens, marking pens. But if he goes a different route with his video, we could definitely do that. But
and multiple requests for a standalone bobbin winder review. I bet you I could make a better one. They're just so simple, and I bet you could.
So do a lot of sewing machines not have bobbin winders in them?
Why are you asking me? Like I know.
Well, because you bought me my first really nice sewing machine. I thought you like to do research on stuff.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of videos, and everyone said this was the best, so I bought it.
I don't know. I guess it is nice because if you needed to wind them and you were still sewing, then you don't have to stop and unthread everything. So I guess that makes sense, because I do hate when I have to do that.
I need to start writing this stuff down because I'm going to forget in about 10 seconds.
Well, good luck finding stuff because I couldn't find that paper. So
I just need a pen. You got a pencil? You got a pencil. That'll work.
all of my pens over there are like quilting marking pens, not just a regular pen.
Yeah.
He got all comfortable on that couch over there.
He knocked your quilt down so he could take it all himself.
Apparently, that's not a nice quilt. He pushed that right off the couch.
He doesn't like the
that
rain. He hates the rain. You know
That's
that.
true. That is
See?
funny.
You mention rain and he gets all psyched up. He's like, no, not again.
All right, so we have 47 entries, so I'm going to put that into a number generator.
Oh, here. Everyone has 3 minutes. If you have not clicked on the Google Forms link to enter into the giveaway for a free 14-inch slide lock, please do it in the next 3 minutes.
Are you tracking the time?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's mad at you. I hate hearing his phone sounds. So that is it. I didn't even think about that. You might have to buy me a standalone bobbin winder now, because then I can just wind bobbins and still sew. That's what Kathy had said. Yeah, so you can. How did I not think of that? I don't even know if I knew that there were like standalone bobbin winders. I probably did, but didn't really like think about it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Shadow hates the rain. Like he will, you know, he has to go to the bathroom, and he'll just like walk out onto in our backyard we have
Like a little porch area.
Yeah, the porch area that's covered, where we have our outdoor kitchen, and he'll just stand there staring at the rain, wondering if it's going to stop so he can go pee, and then he'll finally run out, go pee, and come literally right back, where he normally just likes to roam around.
That's
Yeah,
the quilt
talk about you.
We
talk
don't
about
like
you.
I like that quilt. I don't mind the rain. I don't like when it really starts storming though, because
Someone wants to know about your machine there.
I just don't like when it really starts storming, because it feels like when it really storms with lightning and thunder and all that, it's always at night, so I can't sleep. But if it did it during the day, I would be fine. My husband bought me that Vintage Singer 2 years ago
That
for
sounds
Christmas.
right.
So I looked up all the info on it. I don't remember when that. Do you remember when?
I think it's like a 1937. It's 1930s, and I think it is a Model 99. I know I wrote stuff down. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I did a video on it, but I don't remember how long ago it was, and that's when I had all the information because we had just got it. But it is a really, really, really cool machine. I started to clean it up to get it to work, and it runs, but it something's off on it because it pulls all the threads together. So I need to figure that out and do some more.
You never mentioned that it needs to be fixed.
Yes, I did. It runs. It pulls all the threads, so I have to figure that
I can
out.
fix it.
Thank you, Tiffany, and hi. I just saw that you were in the chat.
I like to fix things.
Do you know how to fix sewing machines, though?
I can figure it out. Just take it apart and then figure out what needs to go back together.
All right. So has it been 3? Should I run the?
Yes.
All right. So now we have. Where is that form? Oh my goodness, I'm a mess. So we have 54 entries. So in the generator, I'm going to put 1, 2. I just forgot what number I said. Good heavens. 54.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And if you are just finding this video, I apologize. Not really, because this is always how we are. We're
Sorry, not sorry is what you say.
Yeah. I will never get it together. You probably have it together better than I do, but just barely.
Barely. if even.
All right, so I have 1 through 54 in, and we're getting number 32, which won't mean anything to any of you guys until I find
What, number 32?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm just...
Oh, I thought you were wanting to write it down. So I'm scrolling through to find What name is 32? There has to be a better way. Can I just type it in?
Yes. There we go.
So, Debbie Yaunt Scott, can you type it in just because I know I'm saying it wrong. So, congratulations, Debbie, Yount hyphen Scott.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, you are still in the chat. Let us know if you are, and we'll have you send over your info to our email. If you're not in the chat, if we don't hear from you in a few minutes, we'll draw another number. But hopefully you're still in the chat because it's a great giveaway.
MJ says Andy Tube on YouTube has a good video on the Singer 99 behind us. Older gentleman that has
awesome.
Great vintage sewing machine fix videos. There you go. Andy and I are best friends now.
Can you write that down with your list of things?
Yeah. Andy Tube.
All right, I need to go back over to that so I can see.
Debbie has not said anything, so she may not actually be in the chat, which is unfortunate.
It looks like she had just commented just before the drawing, so she might just be delayed. So we'll give it a minute because it looks like she has in here Debbie Yount. I don't know how to say it.
Yount would be my guess.
So right before it. So we'll give her a minute because sometimes it's delayed for people. So it looks like she was just in. She said she doesn't know how her name was on YouTube for sure. So, but it definitely, I'm sure, is her. So hopefully once she catches up with the video, she posts a comment.
Okay. Well, we're good. Oh, yep, there she is.
Yep, there it is.
Awesome.
All right.
So, Debbie, just to be clear, they don't go on sale until Saturday, so it probably won't get sent out until Saturday. But we will send it out once we are able to.
So just send us an email with your info to...
here, I'm going to put it in here.
Okay. So it'll come up in the chat, and just send us an email with all your info so that we can get it sent out to you when we got it all put together. And congratulations.
Yes.
Uh-oh. It your email came up weird. Oh, it looks like it's fine on your end, though. That's weird.
Oh, that's because that's you. No one else is going to see that.
Oh. It looks fancier on my end.
Yes, congratulations. Hopefully you enjoy it. You know, this may be yours. I don't know if it'll be this exact candle, but you'll get one.
We should make sure it is that exact one. That would be funny. Well, yeah. I mean, they're all going to look the same.
They're all the same.
So I don't know why it would be funny. Yes, thank you, Teresa. If you give the video a thumbs up, it really helps us on our end.
Yes,
and thank you for that info. Was it from Soteri who told us about that? 2
people, MJ and Soteri.
All right, thank you so much because I would love to get that one running perfectly. It runs, there's something about it pulls all the threads together. So it's kind of like I'm doing like a ruffle or something. What are you kicking?
Your box keeps falling on my foot.
He's saying my space is messy.
Yeah, well.
Y'all saw the table though, so.
Okay, so
yeah, we'll work on, because I was trying to figure out the whole Nightbot thing for the giveaway, I wasn't able to talk about for the rotary cutter video. I decided that I wanted to make sure that we make a project with not we, but if you want to join in and help with it, you can. But I wanted to make a project with all the fabric that we're going to be cutting so that we're not just cutting fabric randomly and wasting it. So I bought some fabric from Walmart because I have not made a quilt out of Walmart fabric yet. And I was kind of wanting to do that. And it's going to be a strip quilt. So when we cut all the fabric that you see us cut, don't worry, it will be used in a quilt. It won't just be wasted. So I think that will make for a fun video too, because I had kind of had plans for a quilt like this for a while. So I think it'll be a lot of fun because we're just going to cut random size strips to try them out. And then I'm going to bring them all together in a quilt.
I feel like there's something else you wanted to talk about. Now I don't.
Let me just move that.
Yes,
So that's something I can tell you. I did the unboxing for the Open Gate quilt box. So that's the box that's on the floor that he keeps kicking under his feet. So I just need to edit that video and it'll go up too. I finished both of the projects. I showed you one of them. It was really pretty.
Was that the green and black one?
Shh.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
No, I'm sure you all have seen the unboxings. Tiffany has a really good one where she kind of works through all the projects. So it's Tiffany's Quilting Life. She has one up too, and hers actually goes through all the steps of all the projects. I'm just going to show them finished in mine, but it's going to be an unboxing in those. But that box was really, really good. If you get it, let me know what you thought of it. But I really, really liked this. I mean, I say that all the time, don't I? That,
About Monique's stuff?
Yeah.
Well, it's because her stuff's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So not to put down any other boxes, but I will say of all the boxes that you have received, the one from Monique is. I don't know that there's ever been anything you've really not liked in it.
So hopefully you saw. Can you put April showers in the? So that's the pattern for the quilt with the clouds and the rain.
Rebs, Fab, Stash.
It is a Villa Rosa Designs. It's a Villa Rosa Designs pattern, but it looks like you can get it on Rebs Fab Stash. It came in one of my boxes. It was a really fun pattern to do. It's easy. It's an easy construction, but it is a lot of work doing all the half square triangles, trimming them all up. But it was a fun sew.
It was. I mean, it was fun to watch, and it's a really cool looking. Except that Shadow doesn't like it.
He just is mad he doesn't. Oh no, he has his own quilts. He has a bunch of quilts.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's just mad that it wasn't his. But I think you're right. It's probably the rain on it.
Does anyone have any questions regarding anything that we can answer before?
Hi, Teresa. Hi, everyone who's hopping in. I see a few people are hopping in. Some from Florida. I can't see the name because I need my glasses.
Irish lady or Irish sail lady.
Yeah, if there's any more questions before we
from Ireland, because Sheila's from Ireland.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or I assume she is. I apologize, Sheila, if you're not actually from Ireland. I think you said you were, and the way you spell your name leads me to believe you're Irish.
I don't know how you can remember all that stuff.
I don't
like
know.
The spellings and just all that.
Montana Cowgirl. Can the ruler base be wider?
I think for the...
Yeah, that...
I don't think it could go too much wider because then you wouldn't get that even pressure when you press down.
I can experiment, Teresa, or Montana Cowgirl. Someone had asked that, I don't know, a week or so before. Someone had wanted like a 6-inch, and I just don't know that a 6-inch would properly allow for even pressure across the entire 6 inches, and I'd be afraid it would slip. So it's possible. I can look at it. Although I guess one question I have for you, Montana Cowgirl, is what is the need for it to be wider? Because really you're only using the one edge to cut. So why would one want it to be wider?
Because you're not a quilter.
No, I'm like legitimately
I
asking.
think it's
I don't know
like,
the answer.
For the way I use it, where I use another ruler to kind of line up, I think you could get any size cut that you need. So if you wanted to go to like 6 inches, you would line up your ruler and then press it up against. But I would guess if you would want it wider if you don't want to use a 2 ruler method or your mat, but they don't have markings on them either, so you would only be able to really accurately cut that one size if you're wanting to use a ruler for that purpose. So I think it's just because a lot of us, you need those bigger cuts. So
So Montana Cowgirl says she's nicking her thumb with the cutter. So let me switch sides with you. Let's see here. So Montana Cowgirl, I don't know how you're cutting it, so I can't really comment on that. I will tell you that my hands, I don't go around putting my hands up to other people's hands to figure out whether or not they're bigger than average. I do know I follow sports a whole bunch.
Don't cut with that one though, because it's dull.
I'm not going to cut.
Okay.
I follow sports, and last year's, so I guess the 2022 NFL draft, there was a quarterback for whom there was a lot of talk about hand size because people said he had really small hands. So there was an article published in Sports Illustrated talking about the average hand size of NFL players. My hand is larger than the average hand size. So I assume I have larger than average hands if my hands are, larger than the average quarterback in the NFL. So I don't know how big your hands are. Your hands could be much larger than mine. However, if you're nicking your thumb, I guess the only thing I can think is you're either using, this is a 60 millimeter cutter. You don't have to put a lot of pressure on this. So if you just, that's all the pressure you need, and then you can cut here. So I would advise you to try, and I don't know if you're holding it like this and that's somehow, if you got really large hands, I guess you could cut your hand like that. But when I use this, I just use the pad of my thumb right here, put that down, that holds it in place, and then you can cut without worry about getting your hand in the way. This doesn't require a whole lot of pressure. I mean, you could literally just, it's not going to move just with one index finger, and then you don't have to worry about cutting your hand at all. I like having, I don't know, this just feels better for me. So I do it with the pad of my thumb here, put that there, cut, and hopefully that should keep your hand out of the way. If you are holding it like this, I understand why you would do that, but yeah, you may be getting your hand in the way. So I would just caution against doing that and just try to use, something like this to get your thumb out of the way. I don't know if that'll help you because, again, I don't know how it is you're cutting your hand, but that would be what I would do.
I think it's probably habit because that's how, I place my full hand down because that's how I've been used to doing it with having to move my hand up the 6.5 inch. I will move my hand up. I put it all the way out to hold it in place. So that's how, I like to put my hand on here. But I'm trying to, make myself tuck my thumb over because you don't have to put your hand flat on it, but I think it's just habit because that's how I put my hand on these rulers to the other rulers to try to hold it in place. So you just have to get used to bringing your thumb over. You don't have to put as much pressure down on this as you did your other rulers.
So it sounds like she says that makes sense. She was using her whole hand. Yeah. So
yeah, I think it's
get
just habit because that's what I would do. I would put my whole hand right over the ruler because you really have to hold it in place.
So Montana Cowgirl, I would say try doing it like I demoed here. Just again, you don't need a lot of pressure here. This is just the pad of my thumb. It's not moving. You can do that. Try that out. Let me know if it works. And you've got our email address, I imagine, so you can just email me and let me know.
Hi, Martha. It was fun seeing you on Sean's Live this morning.
And Montana Cowgirl. Yes, so we have the Martelli cutter here. We've got, you may have missed it, we've got a Creative Grids 45, Martelli 60, an ergonomic Olfa 45, a Fiskars ergonomic 60, an old Fiskars 45.
We may not show that one because I'm going to look again to see if they still have it.
And then these two, an Olfa 45 and an Olfa 60. We will be doing a video reviewing all of these so that we can figure out what works best for us and what may work best for you depending on your circumstances. So we will get that up soon, hopefully.
Yeah, and you have, I guess you are going to try to do both right and left hand, and your left hand has arthritis in it, so that'll be a good tell, too, for what feels the most comfortable.
Yeah, I can't use this one left-handed, the Martelli.
Yeah.
I may have to, now, if I really enjoy it with my right hand, I may just have to buy one with my left hand so I can try it. But yeah, I will try them, everyone that I can, I will try with a left and a right hand and let you guys know how it feels. So... But yeah. Oh, and Debbie, I got your email, so we're
Okay,
good.
good.
Thank you for sending your. I haven't looked at it. I just saw that it came through. So
And we're not going to give your address on here. Don't worry.
yes, Debbie lives. Okay, I got your info. I got your phone number, address. All looks good. So I will make sure that we use that and send it out to you as soon as we can.
All right, fun. Sorry, this one I didn't feel was as packed in with info as some of our others, but it's just been a week, really.
Yeah, it's just been nuts. Everything that has been going on, but it's good.
We like being busy, and
Makes
that
the time fly by.
yeah. I feel like, so we started talking about Christmas yesterday, and that just blew my mind because we were talking about, like, we'll probably need to get some stuff, like, in reserves made and ready, and then we were talking about if we'd be able to go on vacation. We normally go on vacation for Thanksgiving because it's just easier
Yeah,
for us.
there's only 4 of us, so I'm the last. So, with the exception of our children and the dog, I'm the last person in my family remaining. So my bloodline dies out if neither of our children have kids, which is up in the air. So we have no family to visit on my side, and
A lot of mine don't really celebrate that holiday or any holidays, so
just we go somewhere random. We went to Grapevine, Texas. We've been to we went Florida.
Yeah,
just all
in
over the
Florida
place.
we went to this cool little restaurant on the beach,
yeah.
and our kids had to. I mean, they were tiny, and they still talk about that one for Thanksgiving. They're like, we were talking about where we might want to go, and they're like, "Do you want to go back to Florida to that one restaurant?" I'm like, "How do you remember?"
So yeah, we usually try to go somewhere for Thanksgiving and also Christmas if we can. But this year we're hoping that because Thanksgiving, Black Friday, all that stuff, we'll be so busy that we won't be able to go anywhere. But it'll be worth it. Maybe not. Who knows? But
Well, you have to get to work. My son put together. I'll show you them. Yeah, there's I think 28 here. They probably can't hear me because I'm too far away from the microphone. There's 28 here that I have to put the rubber bumpers on the bottom that he has built for me, and I'm the bumper person apparently. My daughter likes to wrap them. That's what she does. And when you do get it, there is the paper on the bottom. We've decided to leave it on. Hopefully you all can let us know if you like that or don't. But our thought was to just make sure that it doesn't get scratched up. So we always have been leaving the paper on the bottom, but I have to add bumpers to these.
yeah, if you guys, we wrap them up really well, so it's unlikely that they'll get scratched. Plus, I don't know, it's always kind of fun when you get something new, you get to take a wrapper off, maybe.
I mean, a lot of rulers I have purchased have them on, and that was my thought for leaving them on, so that, it just helps in shipping it not to get scratched up. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we do put the bubble wrap and we put some saran wrap around it. I don't know, is it saran wrap?
No,
I guess
it's shrink wrap.
Shrink wrap, so that it so the bubble wrap stays nice around it so it doesn't come undone. So hopefully the packing has been good for everyone. We've been
haven't had any issues.
The roll of bubble wrap that we have went quick, and then we bought a larger roll, and that one's almost gone. So we're definitely
Oh my god, that is almost gone. Oh, didn't we buy 2 though?
Yeah, we have
okay,
another
so
one. I put it somewhere.
So
it's
we've gone
downstairs,
through 1,500 yards. We've gone through a mile of bubble wrap.
So Mary said it was wrapped really good. So good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we were hoping it would, because it's kind of a good fit in the box size that we chose. So we're hoping that it would work out, and everyone so far it seems has been good. So that's always my worry, because I know how exciting it is to get something in the mail that you've been looking forward to, and I've had stuff come to me that was didn't make it. And, we would always make it right, so don't worry about that. But it always is I'll sit there and I'm like, I hope everything is.
Yeah, I mean, through all the ones that we've sold, we've only had one issue, and the box appears to have been damaged in transit because it had
Yeah,
the
it looks
corner
like
was
it's
crushed
been,
in.
yeah.
But it actually only resulted in a small minor crack in the base, but we replaced it because that's what we do. But aside from that one issue, everything has been fine. So.
Oh, good. Tiffany said hers was packed good too. Good.
Oh, good.
Good. I think
Perfect.
my biggest worry would be is if we ever do figure out a way to get shipping better for overseas, like that would probably be like the real worry. Local somewhat, it's probably not that bad, but.
Okay. Well, thank you all. It's been great. We will get the cutter thing up as soon as we can.
Yeah, we're gonna try to work on it this weekend, edit it. So hopefully it'll be a video that goes up next week because I think it'll be a fun one. Yeah, so that's a video that'll be coming up. The Open Gate quilt unboxing will be coming up, and then we'll have the live next week, and all the 14 inches should be ready to go along with the bundles. So that'll be good.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I'm gonna go put
And
bumpers on.
congratulations, Debbie.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.